Hello, welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Subscribe, my friends, to attend the business talking movies, TV, older, recent.
You awake there? You seem a bit tired. But yeah, yet another week. Um, more news and ponies and stuff. And yeah, it's been quite a week. There was a bit of a delay, but I did get my second shot on Wednesday, and thankfully, there's side effects been minor as far as far as things go for me. Like minor soreness, mild tiredness, but other than that, like basically nothing. I was still able to go to work. Uh, Also been doing some apartment hunting because stuff is happening with my cousin, and I said I might be willing to move in with him and his girlfriend, and so we can actually afford a place. So yeah, there's that going on, like trying to find a place that's affordable and all of that fun stuff. Uh, so yeah, it's all kind of a bit draining, and oh, and then there was the pony stuff for today. Like did my usual thing of recording it off the DVR, cutting out the commercials, and like rendering it as finished product. Except for whatever reason, so here's the thing: I actually do three files. One that's both episodes combined, so when we watch it beforehand, we don't have to go to a different video, and the two individual episodes. So when I did my editing, turns out it rendered all three episodes. Oh, this episode 8. Like episode 7 is episode 8. The combined two of them is episode 8. Episode 8, thankfully, is still episode 8. So I had to mess through all of that, and yeah, that was fun. Thankfully, I kept the raw recording, and lucky for us, the first episode of the bunch, they go through the entire episode runtime before they actually cut to commercials. So didn't know having to skip around there. But yeah, uh, yeah. So that was my week. How's yours?
Yeah, that was a tidbit type, but at least we're not too far behind. By the way, I apologize if I sounded a bit tired earlier. It's just that, okay, just that I've been. Usually, as things get started, I get a bit of it. Usually, as things get started, I do a little stretching.
Yeah, fair enough. Uh,
But yeah, as I stated last week, my birthday was on Tuesday.
I hope you had a good birthday.
Surpri- Surprisingly pretty good. Uh, Day trip to a location that I had been to for a better part of a year-ish.
Cool.
Had to naturally shift my weekly schedule a bit to accommodate that.
Eh,
Might do something special later in relation to that.
eh,
Interestingly, had dinner a bit earlier tonight since parents had a game. Parents had a game to go to from a friend or relative. Couldn't really tell, really, but
right. Eh. Yeah, I remember a few other things that kind of happened this week. So, one, this Friday was actually my cousin's last day at work. We work at the same. She did it's currently like a temp thing, but he's actually getting the job at Intel. So like, hey, he's moving up in the world, so good for him. But also, I made some progress on a long term. Basically, it's been a bit of a long term project to sell some Pokemon cards belonging to a friend of the family. Like, it has a bunch of like old school cards, needs help selling them. And actually, she got in contact with the nephew of hers, and like apparently he's into Pokemon. So yeah, so I had to do all the work of like, okay, just going by the foils, what's the market value? And actually, pretty good. Gonna be doing some more looking on that, just to get all the variables in place. Eh. Also, on the game side of things, on the game on the screen, yeah, I learned that. Keep in mind, this is the base PC version, not the remaster of Final Fantasy VIII. But there's actually an option to fast forward in this version, which I decided to use because you may say get kind of stuck on this particular fight for a while. You saw previously that I kind of got into a berserk counter lock, where I was basically helpless to do anything but attack and get killed in return. So yeah, it may not be a cutscene skip, but next best thing. Anyway, so unless there's anything else, I think that's it for the weekly check-in. They just now decided to start calling it, because that is basically what it is. It's just like us checking it and like how things have gone the past week and all that.
which which does explain energy levels on some occasions.
Yeah. Uh,
I was
but
contempl-
yeah.
I was contemplating these other notes, but basically, basically, similar TV, basically a TV thing that I've surprisingly that I actually did actually have gotten used to for a while now. You know how some sport things have a tendency to push certain shows back a bit.
Yeah.
First glimpses of the annual encounter this week with the NFL drafts and all.
Ah, yes. I don't really pay attention to sports that much. Like, uh, the most interest to get out of me as far as sports goes is like, oh, are the Seahawks in the Super Bowl? No? Okay, I'll check back next year. I used to be more into sports. Like, um, one of my aunts used to get like decent number of tickets to Seahawks and Mariners games. So we'd go up to Seattle semi frequently to see the games, but that's not a thing that happens anymore. So like now the only time I go to Seattle is for my convent is for Everfree, or that one year I went to SakuraCon. I need to look back into going there sometime because it's like it's early in the year, so I could probably justify it within the yearly schedule since it's so far apart from everything else. Because
Mm.
I think that's in like what March or April, I think. Meanwhile, Everfree is around August, and my other two conventions aren't until November, so they're all pretty decently spaced. And hey, it only costs like $40 to get it up there and back. So hey. But anyway,
I
got
have
sidetracked.
I have I'm also on off in terms of sports. Most of it's been motorsports as of late, but I still hold some local sport.
Fair enough.
I think the other TV thing of note.
Yeah.
Somehow Wikipedia is better at getting the news rather than listing which host when because for the last 2 weeks it was Anderson Cooper.
Ah.
He did he did good.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Anyway, just so I can get the episode titles. I mean, I vaguely remember them, but I just fall back on the wiki page just because it's convenient. And episodes. So, Pony Life Season 2, Episodes 7 and 8. I'm gonna take the earbud out of the other ear so I can actually, so I can actually hear clearly. Uh, yeah, like with the earbuds, I only have one in at a time because otherwise my ability to hear gets kind of cloudy. So yeah, starting things off with Magical Mare-story tour. So the Wildsiders are now in Ponyville. The Wildsiders, of course, being Lightning Chill, Echo, and Sugar Snap from the Main Six's Portal Adventures last episode. And like, so okay, need to figure out how to get you back, but don't worry, no rush. Like, yeah, we kind of want to like they're like we kind of want to check out your side of things. Like, how are things over here? So okay, and the main six get an idea. Okay, we'll show them around town. Show them all the sights. Like, okay, simple enough. So starting off at Applejack's, starting off at the farm, showing off the showing off the the barn, all the apples, the machinery, and like, this is cool. Can we try some of the apples? But unfortunately, according to Applejack's Fitbit, sorry, time's up. Next stop. So yeah, they seem to be on a strict timer, and I noted that I noted during the episode, like, yeah, I'm getting kind of vibes like from when Applejack tried to run the family reunion back in, I believe that was season 4.
3.
Oh, that was 3. Okay, to be fair, after a while, the early seasons kind of meshed together.
Hmm.
But yeah, like back when she was like, okay, we need to do this, that, that. We're on a schedule here. Okay, do this, do that. But yeah, unfortunately, Applejack is not the only one. So next uh now they're with Pinkie Pie, like showing off some baking stuff. But okay, can we try baking? Okay, oh, sorry, time's up. Next stop. Okay, fine. Now they're at the Potion Ocean. I was like, okay, cool, this is interesting. And a big wave comes and washes over them. You echo and checking notes. Sugar Snap. I was like, whoa. But Lightning Chill gets on a surfboard, like, this is cool. Like, yeah. But there's no time for fun. We have to go. So the next up is the stadium where they did the whole competition thing at the end of last season. Like, okay, it's a nice stadium. Take a picture. But Pinkie Pie gets in the way. Like, sorry, time's up. Next stop. You get, like, and then they stop by the volcano and a few other places that they kind of go by quickly. And finally, the last destination, Canterlot, the particularly the castle. And Verity's sure enough like, the piece de la resistance. And excuse me, are you even paying attention? Like, yeah, they are out of it because like they've been dragged around all day and they haven't really gotten to do anything. And the Monstars basically explained that, yeah, the tour is nice and all, but we wanted to see what your normal lives are like. Like, which they're confused by, like, but their normal lives aren't wild, like, but that's the point. They live life differently, so they want to see what the other side's like. So I had a pop up get in the way. So yeah, they go back back to Sugar Cube Corner, and like they decide to just chill and play a board game. And like, uh, Lightning chilled. Like, ooh, I rolled a 6. I'm winning. Actually, that means you lost 5 points. 5 points, yeah. But yeah, they're having fun, and yeah, it's like fun times. Yeah, that one was, yeah, like board games and pizza. yeah, that bit, this part was a bit kind of an all over the place kind of thing. So it's like lots of speedy short bits, like no real time to like settle down, which actually works with this because like you kind of like that's how the Wildsiders are feeling like there's no chill time in between everything.
And it
But
oddly,
yeah,
and I oddly enough got flashbacks to the first time I actually went to the this Disney Family Museum down in San Francisco.
no, big rush, little time to actually take the sights in.
Towards the end, actually, I felt a bit. I feel a bit. I felt a bit more relaxed the second time, which was 3 years ago. Yeah, we were taking things in quite a while, and soon closing time was like soon closing time came up, and soon closing time came up, and I'm like, shoot, gotta remember to put this place on the list next time we're in the area. Which thankfully the second, which as I said the second time was a bit more relaxed.
But yes, so much to see, so little time. What are the like? What are the main reasons for the existence of the Disney Resort? It's like you are going to be staying there for a while, or else you'll miss a lot of stuff. Uh, which,
Um,
speaking of which, okay, it's like news thing, but I figure since I kind of was on the topic, yeah, apparently Disneyland's going to be opening back up again. Like, oh boy, that'll be uh,
I do see certain conditions in the ads, so possible they're putting certain precautions in place.
yeah, but I'm expecting a bunch of people to flaunt the rules and or what or however it is you say that, and like, yeah, I'm expecting maybe a bit of a spike in the charts. As with anything lately, that's been like a big chunk of people all going to a single place.
Eh, fair enough. At least it's not GameStop TikTok Black Friday instant.
True.
Well, hopefully it doesn't stick to that. Well, hopefully it doesn't reach those levels. A few other things I noted with this episode. Even if she was serving something different in the beginning, I still couldn't help but think couldn't help but think lasagna with that casserole dish and everything.
Huh. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that means it's like. Okay, so I could. Huh. Okay, looking back at it now, given the I forget what they call that style, but like the one where you have like the open spaces in it, it looks kind of more like a. It looks like they were maybe were trying to go for like a cherry pie, but put it in a square dish. Hold on, let me check something.
That's why I said something different. It looked more like a pie.
Cross lattice. That's what it is. That's the design I was thinking of, or something like that. Uh, Anyway, okay, now to find the episode.
There was some
Okay,
apparently back at there was some apparently back at the studio from the beginning of the last season with the baking bit.
yeah. But yeah,
Got another appearance from that mysterious creature from some other point.
yeah. It's like I knew I was like, it's been shown before, but where was it from? It's like
Also, one more main series continuity bit came in the castle. Nightmare Moon stained glass.
yes, I did see that. For far as continuity sharing, I feel like for the most part, like the key beats still happen, like defeating Nightmare Moon, defeating Discord, uh, Changelings, take him or leave him. We don't know. I,
But we do know the season 3 finale happened.
yes. Season 4 finale, on the other hand, is given that there isn't a crystal castle. Eh, but then again, and the architecture in Pony Life is all kinds of like different. So it's like that's not exactly a reliable measure to go with. So at the very least, we have like the first 3 seasons, maybe minus season 2 finale, or and maybe one, not one, 3, season 3 premiere. Like we know Nightmare Moon happened, we know Discord happened, and we know Princess Twilight happened. Other than that, its continuity is all up in the air. But anyway, so yes, the next part, Life of Pi, is actually the part of a kind of a trilogy of episodes focusing on individual Wildsiders. So Pinkie Pie is, chilling at a Sugar Cube corner. She made a giant cream puff, and she's supposed to be spending some time with Lightning Shield. Lightning Shield ran the salad is in an alternate Sugar Cube corner. I forget what it was called over there, but
Salad Bowl
Wild Cider
Junction.
Salad Bowl Junction, yes. Eh. So it's like, oh, okay, teach her a few things, hang out, and but yeah, the place is a bit of a mess, and Gummy fumbles the cream buff, but don't worry, Lightning Chill's got this, and she magics the she magics away the whole mess. So okay, good. So time to get baking. Like you're good at salad stuff. I, I I'm good at desserts. Surely we can find some kind of combination, like fruit smoothie. Like depending on when you have it, you could probably have it as a dessert because it's a nice, cool, cool drink, like a nice frosty consistency. I healthier dessert alternative. You could make the argument for, but yeah. So Pinkie Pie shows off the pantry, including the portion that has all the rare ingredients. Like, no, don't stare into it too long, or you got a toothache. Like, ooh, that that may also be where she stores the bits from that comet, the candy clusters or whatever. Like, okay, time to make a thing. Like, okay, mixing it up. Okay, Pinky needs the sugar, so lightning chill. Like, okay, here's the sugar. Or she levitates it over, but Pinkie Pie doesn't see it, so she grabs like what she thinks is the sugar. It was the salt. And okay, yeah, not that's not good. Okay, that's salty. And okay, can't blame Lightning Chill for this one. Pinkie Pie wasn't paying attention. So okay, next up, time time to time to pour this mix into the trays. Pour. Oh, whoops! There isn't a tray there. Yeah, it turns out the all the other trays are dirty. Now Lightning Chill offers to clean them up, but no, if you're cleaning, you're not watching. So Pinkie Pie goes over to Applejack's farm, steals a pot, and pours it in there. Like, okay, yeah, not eating out of that one. But yeah, it's like Pinkie Pie is not exactly used to having assistants around, so she, she's she's not on her A game right now. Right there's the right window. Okay, but okay, this is fine. This is fine. Okay, you can help. Finish. Put the final. You can help put the final last bit on the lava cake. Now watch as I pour this over. Like, no, Pinky, no, you're pulling an Applejack. No. Uh, who am I thinking of? Basically, like she keeps saying, "Oh, help! You can help out with this, but I'm still gonna do everything." But it's like, I was thinking Applejack just because like my mind was partly still on the whole major controlling of the schedule thing from last time. So it was like that was like the first thing that came to mind. So
Honest,
yeah, the
honestly, had my honestly I was pinpointed more towards Sisterhood Social back when Rarity was basically did most of the work and Street Ball was left until the garnish.
oh yeah. To be fair, it's been years since I've seen that episode. But yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, I can see that. The Applejack thing was just a closer in memory as far as recent memory goes. But yeah, so the lava cakes kind of leaking everywhere and flooding the place. And I can't. That's like I said, Applejack. Pinkie Pie. Yeah, one thing to know about me: short-term memory not that great. So okay. Searching name index. Most recently used name: Applejack. But yeah, Pinkie Pie. Like, yeah, I am so sorry. Like, you were supposed to help out, but I was doing everything. And Lightning Chill. God, I swear I'm gonna learn her name eventually. This is why I took notes. Lightning Chill's like, don't worry. Like, I got this. And she magics away the mess. Again. Like, okay. Let's take this from the top. We're doing this together this time. And they start baking a new dish, and everything's good. And that was Life of Pi. Pretty good. Pinkie Pie's characterization was. Like, her whole thing was like, oh, I don't usually have people around when I do this stuff. It's like, but didn't you like, I know the cakes basically gave the place to you, but you used to work there with them. So you should have been. It just felt a bit off, you know? I mean, they had to justify her actions to get the story, but yeah, like just a minor characterization nitpick from me on this one.
It's like though sometimes you get a bit too wrapped up in traditional routines. You're
Fair enough.
yeah, you basically kind of forget.
So, next up, the rarest of occasions. So, Rarity's going to be doing her 100th live stream show, and yeah, she's practicing. It's like, okay, okay, but like, it's just she's just not really feeling it. Like, something just seems off. So over at Sugar Cube Corner, Pinkie Pie is making in some snacks for the Wild Side. It's like, okay, got some snacks for you to try out. So Echo tries a cupcake, and he definitely is it he? Yeah, I believe it's he. Yeah, definitely gets a reaction out of it. Like, sends him sky high. But yeah, apparently, like, yeah, he wasn't prepared for that. Like, an explosion of flavor, and he doesn't like explosions. Like, no, no. It's fine. And then Rarity bursts in, like, hey, I'm doing my 100th live stream show. Like, hey, anyone want to join in? Like, I'm going to be performing a bit from a play. And everyone's like, but Sugar Snap's like, oh, yeah, sure. I used to do that way back when. Like, yeah. But Rarity's like, I was hoping for someone I know, but Applejack's like, okay, you have someone who knows the topic you're gonna be doing a thing on, and we're supposed to be making friends anyway, so yeah, come on. So Rarity's like, okay, okay, sure. So back at Rarity's place, yeah, back at Rarity's place, which okay, to be fair, it does actually, compared to the other buildings crossing over from the original series, does for the most part are about on model. If maybe a little exaggerated. Maybe. It's been a while since I've seen the original version, so just going off of memory. So yeah, she and Sugar Snap are at her place, like, and Verity is practicing her parts of the play, but what was the line? And Sugar Snap's like, ah, the line is this, like, oh yes, 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 like, okay, you need to practice. And Sugar Snap's like, hey, you know, why did I join in? You know, we could do this together. It's like, yeah, I used to do this, but I find that it's always better if you can if you can do it with someone else, especially a friend, even if it's a new friend. And yeah, Rarity's into this. Like, okay, this will help. So later on, the group goes to Rarity's place for the show, and yeah, Rarity starts out like, "Hey, 100th live stream, gonna be doing a performance with Sugar Snap." Like, pan the pan the lights over, and like, ah, we're gonna perform, and it's gonna be great. Everything's great. Like, and that was the episode. Like, it really it is short, but it seems short, but like it had just like a right amount of like nothing seemed off. You know, it's like it was short, it was sweet, like it it, it was fun.
And thankfully, the abrupt ending isn't new to me, especially not seeing the. And by abrupt ending, I mean not seeing the full performance.
Yeah, and and Rarity was in character, so it's like okay, no complaints there. Like nothing seemed off as far as that goes. And finally, to wrap things up for Pony Life, we have Portal Combat. Dun dun dun. Come on, I had to. Speaking of which, I'm gonna see if my mom has an What? Yeah, see if I'm gonna see if my mom has an HBO Max account. See if I can maybe check that out. I think that's like the only thing on HBO Max that I'd actually be interested in watching because I'm sure I'm not gonna be watching in any of the DC stuff, especially the Snyder cut. It's like, oh wow, 4 hours. In that time, I could watch two Detective Conan movies and probably have a better time with it as well. But
I
yeah,
wonder how long
Portal
that.
Combat.
I wonder how long that notion's gonna last.
Uh, first, no, no, we're not. I'm not going to be getting into a Snyder rant. We are not here for that. Right, Portal Combat. So Rainbow Dash is just rocking out on the doing some break dancing, and like, oh cool, do Twilight's like, cool, you did this move. Now do that move and that move. Excellent. And Rainbow Dash is just having fun, break dancing, like, yeah. But Twilight isn't satisfied. She wants Rainbow Dash to do one more. The Dash Master. Which, I mean, it has Dash in the name, so clearly, like, Rainbow should be all about that. But yeah, like, wow, Twilight being into breakdancing, who would have thought? Well, no, wait, no. I mean, considering Twilight's unique style of dancing, I mean, okay, I can kind of see it. But yeah, I remember that it's like, okay, yeah, I'm doing this. So she speeds off and starts bouncing into stuff and bounces past the portal, and now it's glowing red and is starting to suck Rainbow Dash in. Whoops. Okay, my question, was this portal always here? Did it seemed like it kind of showed up out of nowhere? Because I've like when the Wildsiders came to the dimension, didn't it close behind them? Plus, it was like plus it was like right in front of Sugar Cube Corner, if I remember correctly. So this one's like, okay, yeah, you can kind of see Sugar Cube Corner in the background, but it's a lot further away than the other one was. Plus, again, I could have sworn it closed behind them.
Random
Hey,
occurrences consider
portals.
random occurrences considering what happened in the time capsule episode.
So basically, what you're saying is the bubbles did it.
That and I figured that and I kind of had a feeling that a certain dance move in this case was the trigger.
Fair enough. Who knew the Dash Master was actually an ancient and ritual to summon an interdimensional portal? Huh, learn something new every day. So yeah, Rainbow Dash is getting sucked in, and it seems like the portal's also kind of wants to close behind after wants to close after it sucks her in, which is bad because yeah, the Wildsiders kind of need that portal to get back home. So yeah, bit of a pinch, and they're trying to hold on to Rainbow, like make sure she doesn't get dragged in, and like if only we had some clever pony who could make contraptions and magical devices. They all stare at Twilight. Oh yeah, right, me. Oh, okay, okay. Also, with the portal and Rainbow Dash, it seems getting closer to the portal has a weird effect on her voice. And later with slow talking, there might be like maybe a slight bit of time dilation and a short short range within the portal. Because later on she starts talking really slow.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an example of audio distortion according to what I'm seeing in the credits.
Huh. So yeah, Twilight has to figure out how to save Rainbow Dash, while also managing to not strand the Wildsiders here. So she does her calculations and like, oh, okay, got this magical device. It also makes toast. So okay, device shoot a beam. Okay, okay, portal's blue again. That's good. That's good. Oh, whoops. Yeah, the device is on the fritz, so the portal's red again and sucking even harder. On the plus side, the toast is done. So yeah, like no, no, this isn't working. I have to think like, okay, with how much time it Twilight to do to make the thing the first time, plus her second round of trying to figure things out and stressing, like how long have they been holding Rainbow Dash there? So speaking of Twilight, she is really stressing out. So Pinkie Pie and Applejack decide like when we're stressed, we do other things. Pinkie Pie bakes, Applejack takes a stroll around the farm. So they combined the two things and baked her an apple pie. It's like, calm down, Twilight. You're not you when you're hungry. Uh, but yeah, Twilight's just stressed. Like the pie's not helping. Like what to do? And then like, wait, Pinkie, but Applejack, Pinkie Pie, apple pie, of course. Like she was only considering the pony side of the portal, not considering the wild side of the portal. So she needs like find a way to balance it out. So she fixes the device. Like okay, hopefully this should work. Like okay, so she aims the device and shoots it at the portal, and it's normalizing. Okay, okay. Now Rainbow Dash is all stretched out now, like she is long. Like, oh no, does this mean the portal will close? Don't worry, there's another setting for that. So she turns the switch, turns the thing back on, hits the portal with the beam, and it turns purple and starts flying away into Sugar Cube Corner, where it combines with a open closet. So now they have a magical portal doorway. Convenient. So now they can come and go as they please.
And there's
And that was
three references for that: Monsters Inc., the Ender Portal,
mm-hmm.
and this is going to be a bit obscure, but the Fright Side Key from Scary Godmother.
Yeah, that is obscure. I've never heard of it. But yeah, and that was Portal Combat. Interesting. Okay, kind of a bit wacky. Um,
I believe there's a couple specials of the aforementioned franchise by studio that you might be familiar with, Mainframe Entertainment.
ooh, nice. Yeah. Overall, the episode's pretty good. Admittedly, characterizations and some of them were a bit so. Okay, mainly it was Pinkie Pie in the one episode. The uh, the Russian everything. Okay, I can kind of see that, but again, it did kind of bring back memories of that one episode. But other than that, yeah, it was pretty good. No major flaws. Yeah, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 3 more weeks left of pony life.
Again, surprisingly familiar with the situation of the first one.
True.
Second one today is a bit of a subtle callback. Third one quite enjoyed. Uh, Safe to say that Anasani had a bit of a field day.
Yeah.
And of course, more Twilight fun.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, so far this season of Pony Life seems a lot more or like balanced out quality wise than season one was. Because if you remember, there was like a few rough patches, which to be fair, they were sort of still starting off. Like, mind you, it's a kind of a spin-off of an existing thing, but still. Like, I can't really say there's been like a meh episode this season so far.
Yeah, basically falling in the kind of kind, kind of thing a lot of shows have a tendency to do. Warm up a bit, and then with the second coming, it's a bit more focus.
Yeah. Then they seem to basically have a a season-long story arc planned out. At least it seems that way so far. Or at least like hopping from one plot thread to another that everything all connects. Whereas season one was like several separate plot arcs that didn't so much really combine together, but just kind of happened. With season two, there's like you can have a solid flowchart. Like, okay, first you have the comet, which then leads to the bubbles, which then leads to the wildsiders.
Some of the other episodes in the main series also kind of went like that. There wasn't much kind of else kind of went like that, sort of all over the place. But there were some connections to for season one at least, there were connections towards the finale.
Yeah, and then of course, season four had the key episodes. Season five had the hidden starlight glimmers. It's like a hidden Mickey, but evil. Yeah. Season six, seven. Eh.
Second half, there were connections to there were second half was building towards the pillars.
Yeah, but that that was like two episodes, or so, or something like that. It felt a lot less. I don't know what the word is, but yeah. And then of course season nine had uh, less episode bits, but like cutaway bits with the villains. Like you'd occasionally check in on them.
Let's not also forget that the school was a major focus.
True. Uh, 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 of course, with season eight, like, Cozy Glow's the bad guy, except like she was so obviously the bad guy that like, yeah, they were trying to lead up to it, but like the kind of game that gave the game away on day one. Like everyone knew she was up to no good. Yeah. Anyway. So, newsish stuff. So, there's been pictures of Eamon Villa- Eamon Villani in the full official Miss Marvel suit. Like, and I have to say, looks good. Yeah, the downside to trying to find news stories on this particular website, it seems like half the stories are political in nature. Like, can I have like a toggle? Like, I don't know. It'd be nice if the politics could like have its own sub forum. That'd be nice. Uh,
Fortunately, my sources are a bit more focused. Before I can get to those, however, I can report that Keselowski still a Wood Brothers chance at 100 wins at Talladega.
huh.
And there were also 5 other Mustang top 10s there.
Cool.
Mind you, the Woods might have another. Mind you, the Woods have. Mind you, the Woods are still looking for that 100, but getting into Talladega would have been interesting. This next one's a bit odd, but still needs to be said. Citizen Kane loses perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes, making Paddington 2 new greatest film of all time.
All hail the bear. Yep. Which I guess now makes it the new film to which you measure all others.
Meanwhile, the open wheel circuits of IndyCar.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to start off decently with Alex Palou getting the chip getting the Birmingham win for Chip Ganassi, followed by Colton Herta for Andretti Autosports winning at St. Petersburg, and Scott Dixon getting winning for Chip in first round at Texas.
All right.
So we got a wave of ATLA pops. Characters and notes. Ty Lee. Iroh in original general's outfit.
Cool.
Ozai complete with fire. Molded plastic, mind you.
Real fire sold separately.
Kiyoshi Suki. And Avatar Aang.
Cool. Cool.
Getting some weak merchandise revealing a new look of the Batmobile.
Ooh.
Donald Glover believes Atlanta Season 3 may be released at the beginning of next year. And apparently he's also writing a trilogy of movies. Getting reports of Daniel Bryan's career potentially ending after an epic title match with Reigns.
Hmm.
In that case, I wonder who's going to represent Washington now for WWE.
Yeah.
Morbius seems to be getting a short delay, closer to the end of January next year.
Yep.
seems some flash hit photos are looking to, looking towards now to Batman '89 with the original Wayne Manor.
Hmm.
Silk series for Amazon Prime, aiming filming for late August. Looks like we're expecting a season 2 of Stargirl this August, and final episodes for Supergirl this fall. Killian Scott talks to star in Secret Invasion. Borderlands movie rounds out cast with Gina Gershon, Cheyenne Jackson, Bobby Lee.
Oh.
Joris Babaloa, Benjamin Brian Davis, Stephen Blair, Ryan Redmond, Looks like we're also getting a first look at Casey Walfall as Naomi.
Hmm.
Michael B. Jordan, 2 out of 10% chance. 2 out of 10 chance returning for the upcoming sequel.
Yeah. Mm. Hmm. I apologize if I'm a little quiet. I'm doing. I'm doing. As I mentioned before, helping with some apartment hunting. I'm just doing a little bit of searching in the background. Just bookmarking a few spots to send over to the group.
Take away to the Cassus Blackbeard.
Hmm.
Our flag means death.
Hmm.
Looks like we got the synopsis for our HBO Max Green Lantern show. Reinvents the classic DC property through a story spanning decades and galaxies, beginning on Earth in 41 with the very first secretly gay FBI agent Alan Scott, and 1984 with Guy Gardner, half alien Bree Jarta, joined by a
Hmm.
multitude of other lanterns.
Okay.
So, revisiting the very first. That could balance out the Gardnerisms. Vince McDermott stars Lady Macbeth alongside Denzel Washington in Gil Cohen's Tragedy of Macbeth.
Hmm.
Noel Clarke under controversy, leading to a suspension by the British Actor Film Television Awards. Hope I got that right.
Huh.
Academy of Film and Television Arts. Ugh. Kamali Nanjiani, starring in Doubtful Guests. Also covering the script with Emily V. Gordon.
Hmm.
Looks like we'll be expecting Black Adams, Nova Centineo in Sony's Masters of the Universe.
Yeah. Okay, let's be good. Okay. Whew.
Netflix acquires Gunfire Milkshake, releasing later this year.
Okay.
Dominique Fishback added to the latest Transformers film.
There's gonna be another Transformers film. Okay, what's this new one? A G.I. Joe Transformers crossover. That was talked about during 2013. Future
Marco,
Quest
Ramir-
2.
Marco Ramirez is the writer, and Angel Manuel Soto is directing.
Ah. Wait, they're gonna be doing a Beast Wars movie? Huh. Oh, Angelo Manuel Soto film, Untitled. Uh, Separately from the other films. Okay, so it seems to be like its own little standalone thing. In addition to the Bumblebee sequel, Transformers 7, the prequel, and Beast Wars.
Seems there's also another one with Stephen Couple Jr. directing and Joby Harold writing. Calls out. This is Turtles in the final stretch before completion. Vincent Carth Iser playing Scarecrow in season 3 of Titans. Really let Ukifu cast in Black Adam. Viggo Mortensen and Kristen Stewart added to David Cronenberg's Crimes of the Future. Recent Best Visual Effects winner Scott Oscar set to work on Book of Boba Fett. Dexter Morgan set for limited return this fall. Selena Gomez cast in Spiral with Petra Collins set to direct. Okay, looks like we got a trailer for Netflix's Sweet Tooth.
Yep.
One week to mainstream starting Andrew Garfield and Maya Hawke. Invincible renewed for 2 more seasons.
Yep, seems like it's doing pretty good.
Question: which version of HBO Max are you thinking? Or your folks have subscribed to?
I don't know. I was gonna see if my mom is subscribed to HBO Max. There, she's subscribed to a few services, like streaming services. Not sure if HBO Max. I was gonna check on that.
Well, a bit of a notice. The ad-supported versions up to 10 per month,
Ah,
coming this June.
okay.
So we got the Loki synopsis. Picking up after the second time he stole the Tesseract. Finds himself called before Time Variance Authority. bureaucratic organization that exists outside of time and space, force students to force crimes against the timeline, and given a choice, face deletion from reality or assist in catching a greater threat. So possible end game. So possible Infinity Endgame lead up.
Maybe. So, got it. Loki is forcibly enlisted by the Time Police.
First clip of the new Cruella movie that is releasing later this month came out.
Yeah.
Matt Lanter returning as Anakin in a future Star Wars project. Daniel Kaluuya seems to be joining Stephen Yin and Kiki Palmer in Jordan Peele's new horror film, beginning filming this summer. So we're getting some first looks at House of the Dragon, Damien Targaryen, and Rhaenyra. Draft for a live-action Stack Shock movie is being put together. Terry Skockland, Falcon and Winter Soldier director, open to helming Cap Pam 4. Tartakovsky's Cold War is now in Disney Plus.
Cool.
Seems to me like Hesse has interest in superhero film roles and past editions. Jimmy Chan's Cersei, Bleeding Eternals. DC Fandom returning this October.
Mm-hmm.
Gregor's doing some Obi-Wan screen tests.
Awesome.
As soon as we get a first teaser trailer for Chris Pratt's new film Tomorrow War. Great Gatsby musical in the works with Florence Welch set to write. Anna Wingard talks to helm the next Monsterverse. Jonathan Steinberg set to co-write and executive produce Disney Plus Percy Jackson pilot with Rick Riordan.
Okay.
Snoopy described Shinika Hodge, head writer for Ironheart. Noah Centineo cast an untitled espionage drama for Netflix. Got a teaser for America the Motion Picture. Bizarre first look at Netflix's R-rated animated comedy.
Oh, looks like I ran out of video. Oops. That's I'm just gonna put on a bit of the previous video just to hold us over for time.
Interesting list we got here. Kenneth Branagh, Tim Roth, and Joseph Fiennes were also in audition for Obi-Wan when the prequels were getting their auditions. Response from Michael B. Jordan following rumors of his possible placement for Man of Steel. Doesn't have anything more other than flattering and appreciate you.
Hmm.
Apparently, McGregor's also in defense of the prequels,
Ah.
finding it hard that it wasn't well received.
Hmm.
Which I can somewhat understand. He was a bright spot, actually.
Yeah.
More news from House of the Dragon. They've entered production. So we got a first look at the cast for the Gossip Girl reboot on HBO Max.
Hmm.
Looks like Car's not too upset about being cut from Justice League.
Yeah.
Netflix launching a show feature that will pick a TV show about that its algorithms think you love. Taking cues from YouTube, basically.
Ah.
Strong $22.5 million domestic opening for the new Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Script for Paddington 3 seems to be well developed and coming out nicely. Seems the in-game costumes are being added to the game. So we get a first look for Vivo.
No.
New Sony film with Manuel Miranda, Zosana, and Brian Tree Henry.
Okay.
Ironheart series to have 6 episodes. Writer's Room to open this month. With Bekalova planning to launch a production company in order to support Eastern Europeans in the film industry.
Hmm.
Percy checks in the casting has also begun. Cole Sprouse cast alongside Lana Condor for Cho makes his moonshot. Bedrock, animated sequel series to Flintstones in the works at Fox.
Yes, of course.
First look at Troll Hunters Rise of Titans released. Stephen Yen, Alfred Molina, Diego Luna, and Nick Frost and Nick Offerman amongst the cast. Kissing Booth 3, reportedly a final film in the franchise, coming August 11th. Superhero Girls Teen Titans Go in for a crossover on Memorial Day weekend.
Oh. Didn't know about that one.
Get a first look at the live adaptation of Stein's Fear Street. Thomas Vinterberg defends the another round remake.
Hmm.
I see this as an artistic project where someone is using the text as a starting point and developing it into something else. It's a different culture. It's not only a different language.
Ah.
So something like both versions of Justice League, apparently.
Hmm.
Which basically you have to acknowledge that it's one vision. GB Smooth returning for No Way Home.
Hmm.
Oof. Record low of Oscar watching. 9.85 million.
Yeah.
Hulu's Nomadland, though, was first streaming service to win Best Picture. Hawkins winning back Sector and paying tribute to Chadwick Boseman. Pixar pushing more inclusive storytelling following the success of Soul. Daniel Kaluuya, 5 in 1 year. Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, SAG, BAFTA, and Oscar.
Oh, nice.
Frances McDermott, Best Actress. As of this year, 23 Oscars for Pixar.
Ah.
Yoo Jun-yeon, first Korean actress to win an Oscars. apologize, it sounds a bit lengthy. Quite a lot of filtering, especially since the Oscars happened.
Ah, fair enough.
$400 million worldwide box office for Godzilla vs. Kong. New pit post and seemingly outdated schedule for the film.
Hmm.
Hope I keep track of the comics because the Diamond Dogs annual was this week.
Yep.
Now we can get to our goodbyes for this week. John T. Ward Jr., racehorse trainer. Nathan Chung, A-Team Star Trek. Charles Beeson, EastEnders Supernatural Director. Dick Mann, Hall of Fame motorcyclist racer. Al Schmidt, recording engineer, RCA Capital. Frank Cox, Doctor Who. And since the Oscars were a major topic this week, 1988 winner Olympia Dukakis.
Hmm. Ah.
As I said earlier, I have a little something from that birthday trip, so I thought I could share a few photos.
Sure.
Chances are there's going to be a lot of bird watching talk. But yeah, wood ducks were in a pretty other sighting, or as apparently they're also known as Carolina ducks. Never quite figure this one out.
Uh,
And that's a cinnamon teal taking flight.
nice.
Nicely joined with the wood ducks. There's a lot of wetlands where we went, so naturally there was some turtles about. Herons are also a favorite site to look out for when we go there. Towards the bank, and there were some deer.
Nice.
I was a bit concerned we wouldn't find any Canada geese, but thankfully we managed to find a few. Now this is a sight that we'd never seen before. Coots standing on land. A few more of those unidentifiables. Another slightly common sight from that day. Ring-necked ducks. And there's a sight that I never thought I'd... Can't exactly... Strangely, I can't remember the last time I saw them, but hooded mergansers. Unfortunately, I think my mom's probably the only one that got the mail as this gallery is my dad's. Right, I believe the one on the left is a gadwall. And here's the other species of heron that also visits. Where cinnamon tails, what's interesting is that the area where we took this is usually where reddy ducks are found. Not on that day, but close enough. Another one of those I can identify off the spot. Further back in the area we were. And there's the green winged teal. You can barely see the, not an obvious green, but there's one of the identifying markers is in this area.
Yeah.
Ah, here's a better shot. Wireless herons, and there's a pintail in the back. Yep, yeah, a good day out, all things considered.
Yeah, good pictures. Should probably wrap things up because it's almost 1 o'clock right now. And yeah, whatever.
Right, so here's hoping, my colleague gets more footage down the line.
Yeah, worst case scenario, you might have to cover for a week. But I have no idea what the next week's gonna bring. But yeah.
But yeah, good day out. We had good episodes this week. Looking forward to see where the adventures continue. Until then, stay safe, stay well, and hopefully you will join us next week. Take care.
See you later.